Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and today we're looking at the GeChic OnLap 2501M portable display. Now we looked at their last 1300 series monitor, about 6 months ago or so, and it was a good start. There were some complaints we had with the design, and they've really all been addressed here. This is a 15.6-inch monitor, and you're not looking at the display right now, obviously. This is a protector, which was one of the things we didn't like about the last one. In fact, we did manage to drop and scratch our display. So this is a hard cover. They actually make it in a few different colors, and it snaps on. And when you flip it back, it becomes the stand for the 15.6-inch matte display. So it's very stable and very easy to use this way. Much, much better design. Of course, if you see fit to mount this panel somewhere, you can do that and remove this. Just clips on at the bottom. Pretty easy stuff here. Another thing we like, my goodness, the last one had a good number of inputs. This one really goes to town. It has built-in speakers, by the way, and a headphone jack. And we've got ports here for MHL. Now you don't need to buy an MHL adapter for your phone because it's just a standard micro USB shape right here. We've got HDMI input, we have VGA input, DC in because, that's another nice thing. This one has a battery. You don't have to plug this one in like the last one's, making it truly portable. 9300 milliamp battery. And we've actually been using this as our studio monitor with our Canon Vixia HD camcorder when we shoot videos, and really we've only had to charge it about every 2-3 weeks or so, so definitely pretty good battery life there because this doesn't consume all that much power, this panel. And then we have the power switch over here. Now all these little connectors are kind of teeny, right, except for the micro USB MHL style connector. So what are you going to do? Well, they include all the cables in the box. So we have our VGA out here, so that plugs into the VGA port on the side, gives you a standard VGA connector. This is the MHL connector, and they say that it works with all MHL phones except for the Samsung Galaxy S3, which doesn't use a standard pinout for MHL. And then we have the HDMI, and you can get a variety of adapters to put on the end of it. HDMI. Right now we have the micro HDMI because we're going to check this out with the Droid Razr. But standard size HDMI output here, the other end plugs into the monitor. So you've got a good start right there. Again, if you need to use mini or micro HDMI, you're going to have to supply your own adapters, but you can get those at most electronics stores these days. And this is the cell phone style charger, so also fairly compact. It's a 2 amp, 5 volt charger. And just in case you like those little Lego block kind of stand that the last OnLap came with, they do include those as well, but I think most people are going to opt for this, even though it takes up a little bit more space because it is more stable. And lastly, there's a little metal smartphone holder, and this clips onto the front panel of the display. There's a little square magnet that you glue on yourself. Fits in a little hole in the front, like so. And there's that. So as we look around, what the back looks like, a little air vent over here. Not bad looking piece actually. And now we're going to power it up so you can see the monitor itself. So here we have it plugged in, and this looks funny, doesn't it? Into our Motorola Droid Razr HD phone, and we've got the little holder here. I suggest you toss that in the trash. This is a pretty skinny phone, and it's really too tight to hold this. We don't want it squeezing on the glass bezel, and obviously your cord's going to get in the way. So nice thought, probably not going to use it though. So we take that away. But here we've got screen mirroring setup. This is a 1366 by 768 15.6-inch matte panel. Response time is between 8 and 16 milliseconds according to the manufacturer, and it has a 400:1 contrast ratio. Contrast is noticeably better than it was on the last GeChic that we tested. Brightness is moderate. They don't give a figure in nits. We haven't measured it, but I would say looking at that it's about 300 nits of maximum brightness. So it's adequate to use, and the fact that it's matte really helps fight glare. Usually reflections are one of the reasons you need to increase your brightness to overcome glare. So it works just fine. Obviously with this smartphone, again, it works fine with our HD camcorder as well, using HDMI out. And we've got our desktop mirroring set up here, obviously. It works just fine. And we're going to check out gallery and play a video to see how that goes. And we have a 1080p video, so it's really a little overkill because neither the phone nor the monitor are 1080p, but what the heck, we'll do it anyway. So here we've got built-in speakers, and we have touch controls here, so you can increase and decrease the volume. It's pretty loud, actually. So not bad.
Skills that far exceed that of a human counterpart.
This is a TN panel. That means not super wide viewing angles. You get 20 degrees from up top, and you get 45 degrees either way. But certainly as a mobile presentation product, it works just quite well. Definitely, but you're going to have people pretty well lined up in front of it. So if you've got a boardroom you want to present to with 20 people spread out, not so much the ideal product. But a couple of cozy few people who don't mind getting close together, yes, then it works well. And here we've got our on-screen controls, which you use with these touch buttons right here. So the usual stuff: contrast, brightness, color adjustment, color temperature. The on-screen display timer for, well, this kind of stuff right here. You can reset your settings. Choose the output signal, but it does it automatically by itself, and most of the time it does that right. And so we are using that auto search by default. So pretty simple stuff, and these touch controls work a lot better than the last model. The monitor, by the way, can work in both portrait and landscape orientations. And of course you can plug this into your notebook computer as well if you need a second display to extend your desktop, or if you need to mirror your display again for presentations or something like that. It sells for $249. Last round for the 1300 series, Newegg was the one selling it, and this time it's Amos America in Fremont that's selling it. We hope it makes it to more retailers because it's a pretty useful device, honestly. For $249, it's not going to break the bank. If you need a second monitor for your notebook, if you need to do some presentations on the road, or like us, you actually just need a monitor so you can monitor your HD video recording. Works with smartphones just fine, and well, the myriad inputs make it just very useful, and it really helps that all the cables are included in the box, and it has a battery. So, pretty neat technology. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. That's the GeChic OnLap 2501M mobile monitor.